Right, so in today's video I'm going to be unboxing and taking a closer look at the newly released DJI Osmo Nano. Let's take it out of the box and see what you get. So that's everything outside the box. Let's take a closer look at what you get and then we'll go through the screen's interface. So first of all you get the quick start guide, some DJI stickers there, and then we get that QR code for the DJI forum. And then on the left here we've got the USB 3.1 charging cable. And just next to that we've got the protective case for the Nano, and this is going to come in real handy if you was to accidentally drop it. And then we've got the actual Nano camera itself. I'll just take these stickers off. And it's also magnetised underneath and on the back, so you can mount that in a horizontal position or in a vertical position. It's got a 1/1.3 sensor. Now that sensor is the same size in the DJI Osmo Action 5 Pro. You can film up to 4K 60 frames, and it also boasts a 10-bit colour profile. And this particular one's got 128GB of internal storage. Now when it comes to waterproofing, the Nano camera alone can be submerged in water up to 10 meters, just as you're seeing right now. Now when it comes to the vision dock, that's just splash proof, so just be mindful not to submerge this in water, but you'll be okay to submerge the Nano camera. And when the vision dock's connected to the Nano, you'll get up to 200 minutes of runtime, and then on the Nano you'll get a runtime of up to 90 minutes, but that's going in HD. Now obviously you'll probably be filming in 4K like myself, so on the Nano you'll get around 45 minutes to 60 minutes, and then when you connect it to the vision dock, you'll get slightly less than 200 minutes. So stick around because later in the video I'm going to be hooking it up to the vision dock and then we're going to scroll through the menus there. And then we've got the multifunctional vision dock. So as you can see, this vision dock's rather small as well. If you've got big hands like me, you're going to have a fun time with this. So this vision dock acts as a live view with a remote control and a swift content transfer. And if you just look at the side here, you'll just lift that latch and that's where you'll charge it via USB-C, and then just at the side we've got room for an SD card there. And then just at the other side we've got the shutter button, and then underneath is a magnetic base, and then just on top that's where you're going to fix the Nano, and again that's magnetic, so you can attach the Nano to the vision dock both ways. That's in selfie mode, and then we can attach it the other way also. And the vision dock also supports fast charging. And with that fast charging there, we can charge this vision dock to 80% just within 20 minutes there. And then we've got the magnetic lanyard. So these come in really handy. I've got a few of these for my other cameras, and you can either put it on top of your t-shirt and then snap the camera straight on top, or you can either put it underneath your t-shirt and then again just snap it straight on top there. And then when it's underneath your t-shirt, it just snaps on and it's like your camera's just floating there. And then we've got the magnetic ball joint adapter mount. And now this can be moved in any position you want with that ball joint. And they've got a suction cup there, so that's going to be great to attach to the car in all sorts of positions. And then finally we've got the magnetic hat clip. So this just clips straight over the peak of the hat there. And then once again, you'll be able to angle that where you want. And then it's magnetised yet again, so that's just going to snap straight on and straight off. So now we've seen everything inside the box, I'm now going to fully charge the vision dock with the Nano camera, and then we're going to be prompted to update the Nano through the Mimo app, which is quite an easy process to be fair. And now the vision dock and the Nano camera is fully charged, and it took around, I'd say, 30 minutes to fully charge there, because they do come with a little bit of power in there. So now we're going to power on the vision dock, and when doing so, that's going to automatically power on the Nano, and then we're going to get live view straight to the vision dock. So you just press and hold the power button for 2 seconds. And straight away you can see that we're in portrait mode, and then as I rotate it, we're going to go straight to landscape mode there. So you can see straight away this is a real game changer going forward, because now we've got a live preview screen with this tiny camera. And as I shown you earlier on, we'll just connect that Nano to the vision dock with the magnetic mount there. And that just clips straight on, and then we can either have that selfie view, or you can dismantle it and then have it in the other direction. Now let's take a closer look at the camera's interface. So if you own any DJI cameras, going through this interface is going to be quite familiar to you. So first of all, let's start at the bottom left and see what options we've got. So we've got photo mode, video mode, super night mode, slow motion mode, time lapse, and then when you hit that and you got to scroll up, we also get the hyperlapse there. And then just up from that we've got the playback button, but I've not recorded anything yet, so nothing's saved to the memory. And then in the top left there you're going to see how much gigabytes you've got on the internal storage. And then just at the top right there we've got the battery percentage for both the Nano and Vision Dock, and if you just tap that it shows you the battery percentage on each one. And then just down from that we've got some more settings. You've either got Pro mode for your video there, and that brings up lots more settings. And then we've got the good old glamour effects there. We've also got the stabilization type there. We've got daily, just to walking and vlogging around. We've got it set to sport or motion blur. And then just down from that we've got endurance mode. And then down from that again we've got image adjustment there. So we can have the texture to the left or noise reduction to the right. And then just at the bottom of the screen we've got the resolution and frame rates, so you'll just swipe up. And we can start in 1080p there, 24 frames right up to 60 frames. And we can have that in 16.9 or 4.3 aspect ratio. And then we jump to 2.7K, again the same, 16.9 and 4.3 from 24 to 60 frames. And then finally we'll go to the 4K, 16.9, 24 frames through to 60, and also the 4.3 aspect ratio, 24 to 50. And then just at the top right there, this is where you've got your stabilization modes to the left, and then on the right the field of views. And then while I'm in video mode, the top left there, we can go from video mode, pre-record or loop recording. And as you can see in the top right there, when the Nano camera is connected to the Vision Dock, it's always going to automatically take the power out the Vision Dock straight into the Nano camera. And then like I said earlier, I've gone with the 128 gig version, but you can also get this in the 64 gig version. And now there's no memory card inside of the Nano, but what you can do is put a microSD card into the Vision Dock there. And then when the internal storage is full on the Nano camera, you'll just go to the settings here, and then you'll be able to export all the files on the Nano straight to the SD card. And then when we swipe down from the top left there, we can have some custom settings. And then the icon next to that, that's where we can set the custom buttons on both the camera and the Vision Dock. And then just next to that, we can connect an external microphone. And then just next to that, we've got the main settings. But I'm not going to go through everything here. This is just a short view of the interface. But as you can see, we've got plenty of other options there. And then just at the bottom left, we've got the brightness of the screen. And then just next to that, we can lock the screen. So now if you've got that on you, you can't accidentally press any buttons. And then you just swipe up to unlock it. And then just next to that, we've got voice control. And then you just highlight there. And then you select your language. And then we've got some other options there. So you'll be able to say start recording, stop recording. Yep. Try not to do that, Lee, when you've highlighted that. So then when you say the prompts start recording, as you can see there, we're starting recording. And then we'll prompt it by stop recording. Yep. And as you've just heard there, that's pretty responsive. And then finally at the bottom right there, this is great because this is a new feature. You're basically going to pat the Nano when it's powered off twice, and then that's going to automatically start recording. And then the second one down is also going to be a new feature. When the Nano's strapped to your head, you're just simply going to nod, and then that's going to also start auto recording. And then underneath that, you'll be able to customize the Nano, so that'll be able to start auto recording after the set interval or using other custom methods. And then as you swipe right to left, one more option here, and this is what you seen earlier. So on the left there, we've got the internal storage by the Nano, and I've not yet put the memory card inside, so that's why it's saying no card. But like I said earlier, when the Nano's internal memory is full and you've got an SD card inside the Vision Dock, you'll just hit this export to SD card storage, and then that's just going to take all the storage off the internal Nano straight to the SD card. So that's really handy. And then what's also great about the Nano is these magnetic clips which it comes with are completely compatible with the Action 4 and Action 5. I've got the Action 5 here just to show you. So the magnetic clip mount which comes with the Action 5, luckily, is completely compatible with the Nano. And then funnily enough, if you was to damage the lens here, you just take that off. And although the Action 5 lens is way bigger than the Nano's, funnily enough, you can take this off. And straight away it looks too big and it's not going to fit, but that's fully compatible with the Nano also. So as you can see, the original Nano lens is way smaller than the Action 5's, but the threading is exactly the same size. So it's like a mod lens on there now. And then in case you're wondering, does the Nano fit onto the Action 5? Well, obviously it will do because it's the same thread. And now you've made the Action 5 lens a lot smaller. So do stick around because over the next few weeks I'm really going to be putting this Nano through its paces. I'm going to be attaching it in places that you've never seen before and helping you out going through all those modes there to really see what it's capable of. So as always, do stay tuned to the channel as there's going to be plenty more videos on the horizon, especially with testing out this newly released Nano. But for now, thanks for watching, be sure to hit that like and subscribe button, and bye for now.